Hey, FUMC Allen family, Pastor Mary Beth here. So I want to say thank you to everyone who has responded to our worship survey so far. As yesterday, we had over 140 respondents who are sharing their input about their preference about worship style and worship time, and really appreciate that. I thought you might be interested in knowing what we've learned so far. In response to the question about preference for worship style, 44% of respondents prefer a traditional worship style, a little over 43% prefer contemporary, and 12%, a little over 12% prefer other. When it comes to the time, a little more than 57% prefer 11 o'clock, 28% prefer 8:30, and 14% prefer other. And so just in response to that, a reminder that due to our new protocols and procedures for cleaning rooms and sanitizing them after they have been occupied, we will be unable to have a worship service during a middle hour on Sunday mornings as we move forward. And then in response to the question about what's more important, time or style, 63% said style, and a little over 35% said time, and a little over 1% said other. So you might wonder, what does it tell us? Well, it tells me that our worshiping community is kind of 50-50 in terms of their preference about traditional or contemporary, and that didn't really surprise me. It also tells me that more people prefer a later time, but that the style of worship is much more important than the time of the service. Now, if you've not yet had an opportunity to participate in the survey, it's going to be open until Sunday, and I encourage you to share your preferences with us, because your input really is going to guide us as we look at what worship on a Sunday looks like at FUMC Allen as we move into the future. Now, this is something that we are constantly assessing and tweaking and redoing some things. And we've heard some concerns that there are folks who are concerned that some of our leaders who are up on the chancel, our singers and our preachers, are not masked while they are leading. And in response to that, knowing that our singers are really only singing for probably about 10 or 12 minutes during the whole worship service, we are going to close off more of our front rows of our pews, so that the first 3 rows will not be open to worshipers, to increase the distance from the platform to worshipers. The other thing that we're going to do moving forward is that we're going to require anyone who will be unmasked at any time during the worship service to take their temperature the night before, and then we will take the temperature of those folks when they arrive on Sunday morning, so that we are watching that as well. I also want you to know that if you are someone who considers yourself red on the COVID risk tolerance, we really are thinking about you and planning for you all the time as well. So even when we add an 8:30 worship time, we're thinking about y'all. Our worship services at both hours will be live streamed and recorded, so that they're available to watch from home really anytime during the week. Our morning watch service has been a service that is for those who are on the red risk tolerance. And while we will probably not be able to offer that at 8:30, we are going to offer some kind of red outdoor drive-in worship service later on during the day, because we know that's a valuable place and a place where people are engaging in worship. And so that will continue in some form. Just watch for more information about that. I also want to share with you that while we are constantly tweaking and assessing and trying to listen, what we're really aware of as a staff and as leadership here, no matter what decisions we make, there's going to be somebody who's unhappy with our plans. And I want you to know that's really hard for me, because I'm someone who really, really wants everybody in the FUMC Allen family to feel heard, to feel acknowledged, and to be joyful and delighted about opportunity to be worshiping God, because that's what God created us to do. To be in relationship with God and to worship God with our whole lives. So what you should know is that we are constantly talking about this on your church staff, and we are constantly praying about it. We're praying over your responses to the survey. We're praying about your concerns. We're praying over our leadership and our staff and our music leaders and our tech team. And we're praying for wisdom and discernment, that we would do the best thing for this worshiping community that is in our capability. So I hope that you will be praying for us as well, and that most of all, that you would be patient with us. I'm praying for you. I hope you're praying for me. Shalom.